Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel where we're gonna talk about some undervalued NFTs, more specifically undervalued NFTs with great teams of builders in the space that I would definitely be very comfortable betting on for the long term. So I think we have 5 awesome projects in today's video. If you get any value from it, do consider to smash that like and subscribe down below to never miss any of my future content. Let me know which one of these projects was your favorite, and also if you have any other projects that you consider undervalued with awesome teams, let me know down below in the comment section, and I might even feature them in a video in the future. Definitely check out my Twitter and my Patreon down below in the description. I host a ton of whitelist giveaways and just share alpha and all of my purchases, all of that good stuff. So definitely check that out. The links to all 5 of these projects will of course also be down below in the description. If you want to go and do your own research on them, I definitely recommend it because nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own research and invest at your own risk. But with all of that out of the way, let's just jump right into the first project. And the first one today is a project that has gotten quite a bit of attention recently, and it's Cubist Collective. So it's a community-driven portfolio management protocol built on the Solana blockchain, but they're doing even more. I mean, their team is super talented. Their collection right now is sitting at a 7 Solana floor price with almost 20,000 Solana in volume. Currently only 244 listed out of a 5,000 supply, which is like 5%. This is what the artwork looks like if you haven't seen their collection before. Now, you may ask, if you're not familiar with this collection, why is this collection so special? What are they doing? Why is this a team of builders? And I mean, if we just jump over to their website, this is essentially what it looks like. So if you have one of their Cubist NFTs, you get access to some of their different products. So one of them is a portfolio management tool. So for example, in this wallet right now, you can see the total floor value, and it's approximately 150 Solana, as you can see right here. You can also see all my collections. You can add favorite NFTs to only see the price of your favorites. This is basically their portfolio management tool. But one of the coolest things that they're doing is these prediction games. Now, these prediction games has become super popular over the last week or two, basically. For example, their open game right now is Wobble Bug. So how this essentially works is you'll be able to bet on how high the price will go. So for example, on this Wobble Bug bet, you can see that the supply of the collection is 10,000, and basically you're betting on what the price will be 1 hour after they're getting listed on Magic Eden. So this prediction says that the prediction is for 5 Solana, which is not the mint price. The mint price is 3 Solana, but you're betting on if the price will be above or below 5 Solana 1 hour after the Magic Eden listing. And right now you can see that most people actually think Wobblebug will go below 5 Solana after an hour, while 30% think it's going to go above it. And the pot size right now is 225 Solana, so there are a lot of people actually playing this game. And in the Solana NFT space, there are a ton of degenerates, people that overall loves to gamble. So I mean, this game has become super popular, and I do think it will also grow in popularity. And they're basically taking like 6% of the pot size as of right now. So Cubist Collective is earning quite a bit of money from this game as well, and once their full game releases, they will actually increase that percentage to like 8 or 8.5%. And you can also see the settled games for the last 7 days, and it's not only these floor price predictions, they also did a prediction for the NBA finals, and I'm guessing they will add even more sporting events and other events as well in the future. But the biggest one so far has been Just Apes. If we jump into the Just Apes one, you can see that the pot size was over 3,000 Solana, which means that people bet a ton of money on this prediction. You can see that most people actually ended up betting that the price would be over 9 Solana 1 hour after the listing, and it was actually correct. 60% of people actually won money on this bet. And I mean, overall, I just think this is an awesome platform, an awesome game that I personally think is really fun to play as well. I have been a part of some of these predictions myself, and out of the 6% that the Cubist Collective project takes from the pot size, basically 50% of that goes to the team and further development of the project, and 50% goes into a community wallet because they do actually do revenue share as well. So just by by holding and staking the Cubist Collective NFTs, you also earn some decent passive income. Only last week, I think they gave away like 5,000 USDC. So they basically do these weekly payouts, and last week was like $5,000. So, I mean, there is some decent money to be made on this collection passively as well. But you know, overall, if this game grows in popularity, the passive income for the holders also grows, and therefore their floor price will probably also grow. This is a collection that I hold myself. I do believe this project has great potential in the future. They're a team of builders. They're doing awesome things in the ecosystem. So Cubist Collective is for sure a project worth keeping an eye on. Okay, moving on to the second project, we have Vanguards. This is also a team of builders. They are doing super unique things to this project, and in my opinion right now they are pretty undervalued at only 0.5 Solana floor price. The team did actually reach out to me and told me a little bit about what they're doing, with one of the key things being the new fusion chamber. This is basically what the fusion chamber looks like, and what it lets you do is basically combine two NFTs, and you can pick attributes one by one from the two different NFTs and combine them into one new NFT. So as you can see right now, I basically added these two Vanguard NFTs into the fusion chamber, and now I get a list of all of the different attributes of these NFTs, and I can basically combine them however I want to create this new NFT. So let's say that you combine two NFTs and you only pick the most rare attributes from each of the NFTs, then your new NFT also obviously becomes more rare, because the rarity obviously updates as soon as you create this new NFT. And I just think it's really cool. So let's say on this NFT that I like the background on Vanguard 1 better than Vanguard 2. So I choose the Vanguard 1 background, but I like the helmet on Vanguard 2 better. So I choose the Vanguard 2 helmet, and then I can basically choose however I want. And then at the bottom, you basically fuse the Vanguards, and it does cost you 900 guard tokens to basically fuse it. But these are tokens that you obviously can earn passively just by staking your Vanguards NFTs as well. So this is just something really unique. They have built it in an amazing way. As you can see, this fusion chamber looks super professional, super easy to use. The new NFT on the right side right here updates every time you pick a new attribute. They have built it in an amazing way. It's super unique, nothing like I've seen before in any other project on Solana. And if they're able to do this, they're able to do so much more, obviously. And they have already built other cool things as well, such as these staking missions. You have different staking missions right here, as you can see, where each one of these missions basically locks your NFT up for different amounts of time and also earns you different amount of guard tokens. You basically have 4 of these staking missions live right now. You can basically choose whatever mission you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with locking your NFT up for a long amount of time, you can choose the staking mission that makes the most sense for you. But if you're comfortable with that and believe in this team long term, you can obviously choose the mission that locks it up for the longest amount of time, because that one also gives you the most amount of tokens. And they also have this new staking mission coming in the future. So they're just doing really unique things. They're doing it in a great way. It's super easy to understand, and everything just looks really professional. So Vanguards is for sure another project worth keeping an eye on moving forward, in my opinion. Moving on to the third project, is probably one of the most obvious plays right now in my opinion, and it's Famous Fox Federation. Right now they are only sitting at like 38 Solana floor. I could easily honestly see this collection go to 100 plus in the future. Now, not guaranteed of course. Famous Fox Federation is one of the most obvious utility plays in the Solana NFT ecosystem right now, and it has been for quite a while. Now, if you can't afford their main collection, you could also go for this collection, the Transdimensional Fox Federation, because this collection tends to sit at a fairly consistent price compared to the main collection. So if the main collection pumps 50%, this collection also usually pumps the same amount, but it's cheaper in general. So this one is currently sitting at 9 Solana floor price. But obviously, if you can afford it and want to be a part of this project, I definitely recommend you to pick up their main collection, the Famous Fox Federation. They have almost 200,000 Solana in volume, only 267 NFTs listed out of 7,800 supply. This is a project that I also hold. Of course, I actually hold all of this project that I'm talking about in today's video, which makes sense because I mean, I'm here to talk about undervalued NFTs, and just me holding these projects, I feel like basically shows you that I really believe in these projects. But yeah, Famous Fox Federation has been building awesome tools in the ecosystem for such a long time, and this is definitely a team that I would be very comfortable betting on for the long term. Now, another project that I have pretty high conviction on and that I definitely also believe in for long term is Bohemia. I have talked about Bohemia a couple of times previously on the channel as well, but they're doing so many cool and unique things right now that I just wanted to talk about it quickly yet again. Now, if you haven't heard about Bohemia, they're currently sitting at 20 Solana floor, only 116 NFTs out of a 5,000 supply listed, which is pretty crazy. They're closing in on 100,000 Solana all-time volume as well. In my opinion, their art looks pretty damn sick. Now, they recently also came out with these Master Guru NFTs, which basically earns you double the amount of Whoop tokens when you stake your NFTs. And the way you actually create one of these Master Gurus is that they airdropped these messages in a bottle NFTs quite a while ago, and you had to spend Whoop tokens to basically decipher these messages to essentially understand what the message was. And like 80% of the messages was love letters that will be used further down the line when their female collection comes out in the future, but 20% of the messages was these Master Guru letters, and you can basically use these to upgrade your Bohemia. So as of right now, I personally have like 4 Guru Masters, I think, as well as some normal ones. You obviously know that the floor price is like 20 Sol on the normal collection. And if we go to Guru Masters, there's only 9 Guru Masters listed right now. And the floor for a Guru Master NFT is almost 30 Solana. And you can also see that the Guru Masters have updated art. They look super sick. They have these additional things, as you can see. So they're just doing cool things overall. They're building all the time, pushing out new content and new unique ways to just create an awesome project with a great community as well. And they're also currently airdropping new NFTs that will be used for further things as well. I won't go too into detail because the video would just be too long, but I definitely recommend you to jump into the Discord and do your own research on them. Maybe read their manuscript 2.0, which they recently released as well, which includes some of their future plans. So the Bohemia team is definitely a team of builders. They're pushing out new things all the time. You never get bored by being in Bohemia. They're always doing new things, really cool and unique things as well. So this is for sure another team that I'm really bullish on and that I hold multiple NFTs of as well. So in my opinion, it's another project worth having on your radar. And last but not least, another project that has been getting some attention recently is Doge Capital. I actually talked about Doge Capital like almost 2 months ago now, after I had a nice conversation with one of their team members, because I just got so bullish after talking to their team. They had so many cool things going on. I actually picked up some NFTs back then as well when they were sitting at like 2 Solana. Right now they are at 5.6. I think they pumped up to like 10-ish Solana earlier actually, but they are back down to 5.6, which is still pretty damn solid. Almost 50,000 Solana in volume. This is also one of those OG collections. I think they launched like 8 months ago, maybe something like that, but it was definitely quite a while ago, and this is definitely an OG project. But they're a team of builders. They're being super transparent about all of their numbers, their income, revenue, their expenses. They are actually a profitable company because they're providing so many services to other projects, such as staking as a service, raffle as a service, and just so many other things as well, like Discord tools and stuff. So they're actually earning money, which a lot of projects cannot say these days, and they're obviously revenue sharing that back to the holders. Some of the other things that they're doing is a Doge bet, which they recently released a few weeks back, where you can basically bet on the crypto price by minute. So that's for sure really interesting. And obviously, as I mentioned with Cubist Collective, this entire ecosystem is built up by a bunch of degenerates that loves to gamble. So a site like this is perfect for this space, in my opinion. They're also the first project to introduce a multi-NFT raffle system, where you basically can raffle off multiple NFTs in one. So you obviously know about the normal raffle systems, where you can raffle off an NFT, create tickets, people buy tickets, and someone wins, of course. But multi-NFT raffles, you can basically support up to 30 different NFTs. So you can add 30 NFTs into a raffle, and obviously people can buy tickets and win it. So, I mean, they're just doing cool things. I think they're a massive team of like 20 people or something like that, just building crushing it, and they're finally getting some well-deserved attention. So this is for sure another project that I just quickly wanted to touch on as well. And there you go, those are basically the 5 projects in today's video. Please let me know what you thought of these projects down below in the comment section, because in my opinion, these are all 5 amazing projects that I definitely believe in for the long term. If you have any other undervalued projects that you would like me to cover in the future, let me know down in the comment section. Also check out my Twitter and my Patreon down below in the description. The links to all of these projects will also be down below in the description if you want to check any of them out further. Now with all of that said, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.